Woo! Say that, Trippy. Okay, I'm busy. Hi guys. I wanted to talk about flow for a bit. It seems to be a topic of interest, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Although it's a bit difficult to talk about because there's no right or wrong. You can do stuff multiple ways, and also it's I don't know. It feels a bit weird because to me most of the stuff I'm going to talk about is the Captain Obvious style. So if you watch this and think yeah, of course, then you're not the one. Yeah, this is supposed to. One thing I would suggest is that you put as much attention on the time in between tricks than the tricks itself. I mean, I totally get it. You've done a sick thing, and then the attention wears off, and you do random stuff, but I think it shows. Also, don't reposition your sticks in that moment because, as I said, to me it's an important aspect to have a cinematic experience. Okay. All right, the next one is really basic, but I'm going to tell you anyway, and that's the idea of to not use your center position on your sticks too much, because. For one, it's a little bit harder to get a smooth transition from your center position to the next angle, the next second or half second. And for another, it's really, if you're doing freestyle in the sense that it's not pre-planned, you don't know where to go, and if you're banking in one direction, half of your decision is already made because you're already going left, and then it's clear your next one will be right. So that's maybe a bit easier for your mind, and it's also just a little bit more engaging for the viewer, I guess, to always be in a little bit of motion. Also related to that, it's a very, very basic idea that your sticks are you don't have to use them in conjunction. They are totally separate things. And I mean, it sounds really silly when I say that, but I don't know why, but when I started FPV and watched maybe much steel content and stuff like that, it had an impact on me that it's always both sticks and then nothing and then while it's totally the opposite for me now, because you can be as smooth as fuck on your throttle and also be snappy on your roll or pitch. So yeah, that's really, as I said, really, really basic, but I think it's good to be remembered of that sometimes. And probably the most important aspect of this, at least for me, is to simply make no corrections. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch maybe, but at least that should be the goal. And to achieve that, I think is to be committed to your lines as fuck. What I mean by that is say you're cruising along and then decide to turn right, and the moment you turn right you decide on a degree per second and you stick to that no matter what. And sometimes I just fly straight up into things because I decided to 438 degrees per second and I stick to that no matter what, and if I crash into it then yeah, better be more precise next time. And that's the way I do it, and maybe it forces me and maybe you to be more precise with it. Rates. I mean, that's a really polarizing subject, but I can only tell you what I like, so I just do it. And for my style, which is, I don't know, it's a technical cinematic freestyle or something like that, where it's really important to have a direct response in the lower degrees per second, and which is not mushy, which you get from a high expo, And yeah, it's really hard to explain. I would try it out if you like this style that I'm flying, and to use as little expo as possible, or just be as linear as possible to that extent, because there are super red. If you run older Betaflight, there's already a curve in that, and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe just give it a try. And regarding other exercises you can do, I would stay like simple. What I often do is I make like simple split S on a parking lot. You know, the lines on the ground. I use that for alignment purposes. You know, I always try to go back and forth and always come out straight at that line, and also keep your height, make it low. And that sounds really easy, but it's really difficult, at least for me. I don't know, maybe for you it's different. And yeah, of course, I will put in some footage to better explain what I mean, because I would imagine some of you go like, well what? Split S? And maybe for you it is easy, so I don't know. And another thing, orbits and orbits rewinds, which, I mean, orbits is easy, but rewinds is really hard. But it teaches you a lot about yaw at lower speeds in general. So yeah, that's some things. So yeah, nothing special. Yeah, that's basically it. As I said, I feel really stupid to tell you all this basic stuff, but I don't know, maybe we have to be reminded of certain things from time to time. So yeah. And if you want to work on that sort of thing, then I would suggest, yeah, as stupid as it sounds, make no corrections, and if it helps, maybe go a little bit slower and not like do one trick after another. Although I get it, it's really difficult to give ourselves that room, because at least I think of the viewer, the recipient all the time. But yeah, that helps with a more cinematic feeling, I guess. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Bye.